Hi everybody, Mike Duffy here. I am in downtown Sacramento. Specifically, I'm on 9th Street between I and J Streets. And as you can see behind me here, we have a jump bike and an e-scooter. That's a Lime scooter there. I don't know if you guys have taken either of these, but they're pretty fun. We've been riding them around today, getting a feel. And I just want to tell you about a new rule that's gone into effect today. Starting today, you will be fined if you don't follow the Sacramento rules when it comes to where you can park these and also where you can ride them. So a lot of people don't quite understand that this electronic scooter right here is going to be considered a motor vehicle, and as such it can only be driven, I guess you would say. I'm not even sure how you refer to the mode of transportation here, but this can only be rode in the street or in the bike lane. So you are allowed to ride it in the bike lane, but where you're not allowed to ride it is this sidewalk right here. And I've seen a number of people already riding on the sidewalk. So I am just out here to let you know that this is not going to be okay starting today. And what can happen if you are caught riding on the sidewalk? Well, you can be facing some pretty big fines, as it is considered a motor vehicle. You can be fined over $200. And I talked to the Sacramento Police Department today, and they said that they are going to be out watching, and you need to be aware of that. Also, where can you park these things? So as you can see right here, we have some bike racks, and this is where they want you to park these bike racks here, or there are a few spots around town, about 4 of them, where you are legally allowed to park these electronic modes of transportation. And I'll post more about where those locations are on our website later today. But I'm working on a story talking to people about if they're aware that this rule goes into effect today. Of course, it is going to hit the bottom line, and you know, it's hard to believe that these things right here are motor vehicles, but it's for everybody's safety. The Sacramento Police Department tells me that they've seen a number of accidents around town, and people just aren't following the rules of the road when it comes to the use of these things. The people I spoke with who take these every day say they're extremely convenient. They can get to where they need to be going in no time at all. And if you haven't tried to use it, literally you just take the app and you scan these barcodes that are right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Can you see that, the barcode? You scan it, and then it allows you to take that e-scooter or that bike, and you're off. And then it charges you by the minute that you're using it. So if you use it for 4 minutes, it's about $1. That's typically, it's about 25 cents per minute that you're riding. They're fun, they're powerful, they can go pretty much anywhere, but that's also part of the problem, because you feel like you should be able to ride it on the sidewalk. But let me tell you, starting today, you will feel it in your pocketbook if you are riding it on the sidewalk. The police said that you can face a number of fines, just depends on what infraction you have actually committed at that point in time. But they said that you can expect a ticket around $200 if that's the case. So I also want to show you some other, I'm going to walk with you here. I'm walking along 9th Street, like I said, in downtown Sacramento. Right now I'm between I and J, and it's a pretty happening spot. You can see our vehicle right there, but there's a lot of people out and about, and some people are making use of these vehicles because they're very convenient. But I just wanted to show you about where you are allowed to park that you might not expect. So there are designated places where you can pick up these electronic scooters, electronic bikes, and you don't necessarily have to return there. But if you live in Sacramento, I'm sure that you've seen all of these e-scooters and e-bikes just parked haphazardly in the neighborhoods. Well, that's not allowed anymore. And if you do park there, you're also going to get a fine of about $30 if you park it in the wrong spot. So that, of course, involves the city and their parking citations, and that's how you'll receive that fine. But riding in the street is going to be an infraction with the police department. So I'll show you right here. So this is normally just a bike rack, and this e-scooter is parked in the right place. So they did it right. They won't get any sort of a fine. Let's see if we can find somebody who actually is doing it wrong. Pretty common, actually. So look for these. You have to make sure that you could park your bike here. So for instance, this one would be okay because you're allowed to park your bike there. See this little green sign? That makes it allowed. But this one behind me, no, that wouldn't be okay. You will pay a fine if you park at that one, so don't do that. The police department also said that they're not, they're probably not going to give you a big ticket right away because they're still trying to educate people. But this rule does go into effect today. So if they saw you riding in the street, riding in the sidewalk instead of the street, well, then you are going to at least be cited. They're going to give you a ticket, perhaps. They said that, they're not exactly sure how strict they'll be at first, but it does start today, so you are subject to it. I'm trying to find you somebody who did it wrong, but it looks like everybody so far on this street has done it right. There you go. There's one that's wrong. So that e-scooter that you see across the street just parked in front of that shop, that will get you a fine, so avoid it. All right, I'm working on this story, talking to people who take these e-scooters and bikes every day to see if they know that today is the day where you're going to be facing fines, and so far, people don't know. But you know because you've been watching, and I'll have more for you coming up tonight at 5, and then again at 6:30. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you real soon.